Here you go, the rainfall from overnight. Some folks wouldn't have even known that a cold front is going through, because the precipitation generally just fizzled out ahead of it. Now, we did pick some up. Bluegrass Airport, just over 1/10 of an inch, and you had over 3/10 of an inch in Frankfort. It was a decent line of showers that more or less fell apart overhead and fizzled into southeastern Kentucky. If we look at the current MaxTrack Live Doppler, well, you're not going to find much. It's done. So we're now going to enjoy the benefit of that cold front in the form of cooler, relatively speaking, and definitely some less muggy air for a couple of days before we recharge on both of those, heat and humidity on the way. The major weather story, if you hadn't been on social media, is the severe weather threat down across Oklahoma and Texas. This is the 6th anniversary of the Moore, Oklahoma tornado, the EF5, that killed 24 people. And Moore is a southern suburb of Oklahoma City, which is now in. They've expanded the threat, the Storm Prediction Center, expanded that threat out to include Oklahoma City to a high risk, something you don't see very often. It's issued whenever there's a high likelihood, high confidence of either long track violent tornadoes or a major derecho, damaging widespread wind event. So they're going to be keeping an eye out. This is the computer model for North Texas going into Oklahoma, and what you want to watch out for are these individual discrete cells, these supercells that fire, and right there they are, blossoming into the afternoon, up into Oklahoma as well in late afternoon, early evening, continuing this evening, and then eventually morphing into a solid potential squall line overnight. So the threat and a number of factors there, and this could be a very dangerous day for residents of North Texas and then running up into western and central Oklahoma. Here, completely different story. Cold front went through. We've got sunshine later on today and not a thing happening. Now, multiple rounds of storms will make runs at us the next couple of days, maybe some blow-off showers, definitely some cloud cover into Tuesday. Another one approaches, gets a little closer with a severe threat slightly closer to us, not in Kentucky though, and you can see that round falling apart as it tracks our way into midweek. So we're kind of running the eastern edge of everything that's happening. 69 degrees right now. The sun's out. The dew point has come down. It's in the mid-50s from the 60s at times. And look at that. We're only at 69 degrees. It's in the low to mid-70s south and east. We hit highs of 87 2 days in a row. So that's our peak high so far this year. We're going to give that a run for its money later this week. Forecast highs upper 80s to around 90 Thursday through the weekend. This is why I'm talking about it being a brief reprieve with highs in the 70s today and tomorrow and that slightly lower humidity. We're going to be back in the thick of it later this week. Right there you can see the consistent late May heat going into your Memorial Day weekend. And that'll be a huge factor for this weekend, the unofficial start of summer. Hopefully some pools open you can go jump into because you're going to want to. Look at that. Could be our first 90-degree day of the year, and we've got multiple opportunities to do that. There is a low-end chance for some scattered showers and storms, maybe Wednesday night and Thursday. But for the time being, it looks like the heat is going to rule the roost all the way through to Memorial Day.
Loving it, Tom.